love Voles, you will love
Twitch stream.
town hall meetings for the official Voles forum.
I don't know what voles are.
They're like mice, but rounded.
At the Voles town hall meetings, we know how to have fun without trolling or hate speech.
Johnny Boy Johnson, he hit some kid so hard he actually did knock about half the teeth out of the kid's head.
Presented by everyone's favorite father and star of hot dog memes across Reddit, Bunhine aka Bunyan Butler.
You ever heard of a dang snake before? You ever heard of a snake?
These guys are hoot.
Join us for the Voles Town Hall meeting every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific on Reddit.
Bun Butler Twitch. What if I said I'm going to give $50,000 to the millionth member of the forum? Okay. All right, I am calling this January 25th Voles Town Hall meeting to an order. It is 9:30 p.m. EST on Thursday, January 25th. The Voles Forum is nearly 3 years old. Of course, I don't have the exact date in front of me, but we are nearing 3 years of being the biggest and the strongest Voles community on Reddit and the greater internet as a whole. I'm Bunyan Butler. As many of you know me as screen name u/Bunhine. I have been operating many different subreddits on top of other internet forums and web pages now for close to, gosh, how long has it been, Davey? Like,
oh, definitely. Well, Voles Forum was like 3 years, so even longer than that. Maybe say 4 years?
I'd say even longer. I was thinking about 15, 20 years.
Okay, yeah, 15, 20 years.
So I've run all kinds of web forums. Some have taken off and some haven't. Some I am still paying for to this day.
Wait, you're paying for subreddits?
No, I was paying domains on old websites such as RaideretNation.com and a couple other ones that are more not safe for discussion on air. More, let's say I own a bit of provocative internet pages.
Right.
Which I am not ashamed of. And I still, to this day, only consider them more or less of business ventures, which did not pay off. The reality is 99% of businesses do not profit. They do not ever make a profit. And this town hall is going to be largely centered around the fact that the Voles Forum is getting sold. I will be selling off the original Voles Internet Forum. My current asking price is $4,000 and $200, $200 smaller dollars.
$4,200, we would say.
But this doesn't need to be a bad thing. Because you can see the light of things. You hear me? And the light of that being, you still got the Voles Forum. It's still there. It's just possibly owned and operated by a media company of sorts. You still got Davey. You still got Goblin Leg. And you still got Bun's even going to be popping in from time to time.
This sounds a lot like a retirement.
It is a retirement. I have to retire. I have to step down for my health. As Davey knows and Pebbles knows and some of my longtime friends know, I just survived heart cancer last year. And I'm not intending to spend my final days worrying and being afraid that someone's out to kill me because of the rules on the Voles forum. Or say someone from 196 is going to show up with a shotgun and blow my brains out. That's the kind of fear that I deal with on a daily basis, is murder. And now I ask all the little kids to calm down. Okay? Because in addition to the shelling off of the forum, all users under the age of 18 will be banned. And I know that many people will have a problem with that, but we cannot accept any more trolls. I am in the sale process of the Voles Reddit, and I cannot have my gold, or say pretty well much a damn diamond in the rough, be tainted by 196 members. So everyone just hunker down. Don't worry. I don't think I know of anyone under the age of 18 who's a frequent user of the forum. Davey, I'm going to pass this over to you.
All right. So I'm looking at our agenda here. Ban on 18-year-olds and selling of forums. We have 10-minute discussion for both of those. I see a lot of hands. There's some strong opinions, so I'm gonna bring up some callers. Is that okay, Bun?
Okay, I will do a few questions, but just remember, let's keep things civil here. I'm a human being too.
And a human being who needs to retire. Okay, I'm bringing several people up at once, so please try not to talk over each other.
All right, listen, I'm going to take your questions, okay? But just think of this more or less as a press conference, all right?
Why are you leaving the forum?
I'm not leaving. Don't think so much about leaving it. Just thinking more or less having a new owner, if that makes sense. Or pretty well much giving your dog away in another sense. You give your dog up, sometimes you check in, you come back once a year and you say, hey, how's the little guy doing?
They always say that, but they never come back.
They do. Unless their kids said they never want to see him again. If you got your little puppy, he looks at you, he doesn't want to see you again, there's no reason that I should ever go back to see that dog again.
Okay, you're talking about your own situation, aren't you?
Just to an extent. But Banjo was the one that brought it up. I'm just making the connection.
Yeah, Banjo, you did bring that up, to be fair, Banjo, to point that
That's
out
true.
to you.
It's my fault.
Can I ask a question now?
Yes, Little Pebbles, you sure can answer a little question now.
As someone who, struggles with money, I was just wondering, do you offer payment plans to buy the forum?
No, I will not. I will not be offering payment plans. I need it all in one down payment, or at least a down payment of $4,000 plus the extra coming off of the growing user base that will be no doubt growing any day now. As I would expect, we're going to get some more users here with a little bit of a push of trying to get some new members in.
That's understandable.
And we have the Super Bowl coming up, which I will still be around for. And just to be fair, I'm here as long as the forum doesn't get sold.
Bun White, I have to interject. I'm sorry.
That's right. You go ahead.
Why are you doing this? I can't. I cannot cope with this.
Now, the whole point of subreddits is more or less a business stance. You build them up a little bit, and you decide when the time is right, you sell them off and make a little bit of money off of them.
I want you to know this is goodbye. I don't treat this as goodbye. I would love to have you around, but this past year and a half I've been here, you really have been a Voles father to me, and I appreciate you so much.
Well,
and I've loved all the friends I've met along the way. I just don't want this to be the end.
Well, it's not the end. It's not the end. The Voles Forum's still going to be there. Latai and especially David and Goblin Leg are going to be sticking around.
Latai doesn't even show up to the town hall meetings, so like, what does it matter?
Womp womp.
Latai will be here soon, and I'm going to get Latai in on the deal. I have to message him and make sure that he is. If someone's buying, they're going to want Latai as an active user. I have every intention to make sure that Latai is paid in full amount to make sure that he comes back.
If it's about money, I will absolutely send you my next paycheck, like to get this show on the road. I don't know if you need money. I will.
It sounds like Bun's asking for $4,500, so
That's
you can get that. That's
I
what
could do
he's
like I could do like $45 and like a payment plan sort of deal, but like I don't know.
Bun, do you
Like,
do his payment plan?
Well, what
If
could
there were like a
I don't do payment plans. It's all in one installation. It must be $4,000 down payment plus the additional members, which I will accept at $3,000 a month.
What if some random person just buys the forum and then
Fun.
we're lost in the dust?
They
Are
won't.
we really your Vole children? Are you really a Vole father?
Yes, I'm a Vole father. I'm pretty well much the Barry the Burrow and Vole's older brother. There's no one that loves a good Vole more than me. I think it's one of the coolest little animals, just in the sense that there's no other animal that just likes to run around and burrow around and dig little holes like they do. There's no one out there that's better than that. How could you not say at the end of the day, yes, I like a good Vole, but I don't need much. All I need is this. All I need is, I got, like Davey said, retirement to save for.
But if it's about financial help,
can I just give you the $4,200?
We could talk about that.
Okay.
So it's retirement, right?
I'm trying not to lose my effing mind right now.
Now, listen,
It's
everybody
retirement
just...
you're saving for, right?
It's retirement, Davey. It's retirement. It is retirement. I need to... Look, like I said, I survived heart cancer. I just had tetanus about 3 years ago. I lost my
You gave yourself tetanus on purpose.
But it was still... It's what I lived through, Davey. I still experienced it. And it was a very hard experience. And all
you can get lockjaw through tetanus, and it's very serious.
Lockjaw, I pretty well much was stiff as a board when I was in tetanus. I'd say pretty well much tetanus mutation, is I like
Davey's
to call it.
partial, he's in Canada, so they've got healthcare, but you and me, we're in the U.S. of America. There ain't too much doing it for us.
That's right.
I thought Canada just killed people who were sick.
Yeah, that's what they do. They have a big pit.
Yeah, that's like it's free to go in the pit. That's it.
Don't
listen.
And that's the kind of bullcrap that makes me not even care about going to some crappy place like Canada. In America, it costs a lot of money to get these vet bills done and hospital bills. And I need that.
I want to make sure you're okay, Bob.
Yeah, but for us, it's free. We just throw them in the pit.
Was it like a collective pit, like overall, or?
Oh yeah, no, it's in none of it.
Okay,
Oh.
I want to get.
You gotta drive up to none of it. If your dog gets sick.
I want to give Button the floor here. Aside from the pit issue, so it is retirement. We've cleared that. It's not gonna go to Pebbles.
It's not going to go to Pebbles.
I can't inherit it.
No, you can't. Okay, I first of all, the personal business in invoking what I spend my money on, or what girls on the internet I spend my money on, first of all, is a bullcrap statement. A family member is allowed to give his family member a little bit of spending money.
He is, if he can afford to do that.
And I can afford to do it. Some people can afford it more than others. And I personally,
Well, you're talking about selling the Voles for him for money.
And she's not getting a cent of it. I know exactly where that money is going. maybe if it hits 10,000, let's say nobody buys it before the forum hits 10,000 members, then maybe I give $1,000 or $2 to her as a thank you for getting me through most of the Voles forum times, or tough times I've had, Wolshay.
That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
But nothing more than that.
What was that? You were talking about a cat?
I said, I didn't talk about a cat.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that in a pre.
Oh, you were talking about what I said earlier in a private call. It's not
Okay.
It's not made public. In other
Okay,
words.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that call was private. I'm sorry.
Bun, what if you just gave me your account information and I could pretend to like run the Voles forum as you?
No,
Why?
because it's not really Bun.
And that's
You'll just
fair.
be a fake. You'll be a pretender to the legend.
I still would. I have plans to operate other web forums under the Bunheim username. As I have.
Bun, I don't want you to leave. Like that's what I'm worried about is you leaving because I feel like if you leave, everything falls apart, and I don't think I have the emotional capacity to witness that.
Like, what if after you leave, the new owners make it like a mole forum or something?
They won't. They
Exactly,
won't
thank
do
you.
that. They can't change the Reddit screen name. It will always be
You probably won't
VOL.
you probably don't even know the difference between a vole and a mole.
They will because it's the voles are pretty well much mice, but a little bit round. It's
Rounder, yeah, they're a bit rounder.
Listen, all you got to know about a vole to run a vole forum is read the Wikipedia page. It takes you about 4 minutes or so.
Bun, I want you to still be a part of this, and I'm losing my goddamn mind right now. Like, I've been here for a year and a half, about a year, 3 months, or a year and 4 weeks, and I'm like, I don't want you to leave.
Roy, have you ever been a
Roy,
fan of a football team?
No,
Have you ever been a fan of a basketball team?
no.
Well, you ever
You
have a
like any
team?
bands, Roy? You like Paramore?
Yeah, Paramore's cool.
You know how the lead singer in Paramore, I guess the
Haley
lead
Williams.
singer's been around. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Haley Williams. Yeah.
hasn't that band had like a bunch of different members? I think that's the argument Bun's making. Is that right?
It's just not. It's not gonna be the same without Bun. Like, come on. Am I crazy here? It's not gonna be the same without Bun.
I'd say so. I'd say a little bit.
Like, was Queen the same without Freddie Mercury? Did they have any hits after that?
I do not like Queen at all.
No,
Well,
but
there you go.
Don't like Queen.
sometimes the best is already passed in the case of Queen.
But all I'm asking is, maybe you could take a little leave of absence, but like I still want you to be a part of this, like, and with us.
I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be in your spirits forever, and you're gonna carry on little pieces of me.
Fun.
Even if the new
Okay.
owners say someone like, we'll say Dirk Dinkelbag, for example, you just
I wouldn't.
Ah,
give him the old Bun is a damn pretty well by showing up. Bun will be somewhere. I could find him online one day. He could be on somewhere on a Reddit page. And you could see the little post on the Bunheim page.
Why are you doing this, Bun?
Because I need a little bit of money.
What
I
if
can
best
give
friend
you. I
buys
can
the
give you
forum?
money.
Best friend's not coming
I'll
back.
just give you the money, Bun.
We will. We can all collectively give you the money.
Yeah, but we have to pay in installments.
Well,
Yeah.
then everyone should start paying to be on the Voles Reddit then, if that's the case. If everyone paid 10...
We're gonna have a subscription fee.
I'm
That's-
okay with that.
And you know what?
I could pay $8 a month for this.
It didn't focus test well. When we ran a group opinion, people did not want to pay money to be on the Voles Reddit every day.
Bun, literally whatever you need. Like, I have disposable income. I will get you money. Just let me know what you need.
It was like 40, was it 4,500?
4,500 is a little too much. All right.
I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something up in the upward ranges of $7,000 is what I'm looking for.
That's
It's
a
almost
higher
double
number. That's
the
the
original
highest,
amount.
$7,000.
God. What do you need that for, Bun? What are you doing?
I just need it's just personal retirement money.
You can't retire on $7,000.
You can retire on plenty of money, on a little bit of money.
Yes,
I can
not
retire
plenty.
on $600 if I have to. And
Yeah,
that's,
my
Did you
grandpa
really?
retired on $200.
I can retire on $600 just by going into the feed store, getting some plants, getting some. Actually, get a chicken or two, come back and start livestocking off of foraging.
Smart.
You're gonna
Here's my
raise.
real-
I don't
Oh,
think
sorry,
you
David.
can retire on $600, but
I don't think so either. I'm thinking if you want to start a commune sort of deal where everybody, all the Voles users sort of put in our money for a commune, get some property, set up some trailers, and we all live in a damn trailer park with no issues.
I can't. I have to personally, Roy. I have to move away from all Voles users in my personal life because I know that one will end up killing me or hurting me severely.
Okay,
I can't be
that's fair.
around any of them in physical form. All right,
I'm-
listen. I'm gonna start putting some of the callers down, and you guys can come
All right,
back up
all right.
later. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you, Roy, and thank you, Banjo and Pebbles. You can stay up here. Now, along with this, I did also want to say that. What was I going to say, Davey? Did that satisfy pretty well much everything?
I'm looking at the agenda, and there's a new moderator discussion item.
Okay.
No.
We'll get to that. I want to hear what R has to say, or Chad, or what his name was. I forget. What was your name?
I think that's Rachel.
Yeah, right.
All right, go ahead.
So you say you're still going to be around, but what if you sell it and the new owner bans you?
And that's the owner's decision. At that point, I am not the owner and operator of the Voles Forum.
But you're willing to take that risk?
I am willing to take that risk. I don't think they will ban me. I would not act out. I've been pretty well much the best active member on the Voles Forum since its inception, including posting some of the better Voles pictures. And making all the tags. I'm the guy who made the tags. I'm the guy who made the banner. I pretty well much sell the t-shirts.
What if we, this happens a lot in business where a bigger company buys a small company, but everyone's upset and they just start a new small company. What if we started like a new forum, a new Reddit forum about like some kind of exotic large cat?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to starting up some other Reddits. I get into other business ventures. Davey and I were pretty well much talking about doing a website and getting that website nice and big and pretty well much going partners on it and splitting the profit on that. Now that I have Davey as a business partner, that pretty well much would be the next thing we do is establish some sort of other web forum off of the Reddit website.
Has anyone ever brought up doing like taxidermy? Instead of you selling t-shirts, you sell like stuffed voles or large cat?
Yeah, Latai tried doing that, but Latai couldn't kill enough voles, I don't think, was the issue. Pretty well much taking a little bit of humanity out of him. He couldn't handle the killing an animal, I think, was the issue.
How is he gonna get the corpses of the voles to you?
Oh, he showed me that. He showed me one at the movie theater.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's not hard to find like a corpse of a dead rodent. They're kind of everywhere.
Oh, sure it is. You can hardly find. If you're walking on an icy road and you see a little frost-covered rodent, say pretty well much froze to death overnight, you can find them all over. You can find them all over a field.
Saying.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's okay. That's right. You win.
Well, that's about all I had.
I don't know why you were trying to troll me on that one, but I was.
I'm not trying to troll you. You're trying to troll me.
Okay, let's just call it even, okay? Yeah, because I'm gonna be sending this possibly to buyers. In short, so I do want to make sure that this
we can't have any big feuds or anything like that.
No, we don't normally have any sorts of. That's the other thing. Is the Voles Forum. we pretty well much have no shortage of arguments or discussions. I'd say it's pretty well much one of the more peaceful places to be on the internet.
Except for 196.
Except for them who come and harass us pretty well much every other month.
Oh, those trolls. The 196 trolls.
That's right. Okay, Mushroomers, you got something you want to say?
Well, I'm just here listening, just talking to you, you know. Who are we thinking of putting in as the new head moderator in your stead?
I'm gonna put an open call out, and whoever joins up here can give their little pitch, and might as well send someone away with being the head moderator of the with being a moderator of the Voles Forum, moderator in training.
You're not gonna you're not gonna make Davey the new supreme moderator?
No, I'm not doing that just yet. I think what's going to happen is the owner's going to buy the Voles Forum. They are going to take over as the owner and president, and Davey and Goblin will work under the new owner.
That sounds fair.
I
Tough,
agree.
but fair.
Thank you, Mushroomers, for understanding.
Yeah, when you get old, I mean, there's a lot more to do in life. There's things you got to spend your money on. I think it's a little bit coincidental that you posted about buying serval cats online that range in the $4,000 to $7,000 range before this town hall.
Okay,
But
okay. What is that? What is that got to do with anything we're talking about?
Just answer me truthfully, Bun. Are you buying a serval cat with that money?
I'm considering buying a serval cat, potentially in the near future. But the Voles Town Hall money isn't going to be in the we'll say, I'd say they're eggs and potatoes. Let's say that. How about we say that, Davey?
Let's say it.
Well, I think a serval's a good investment. They get better the older they are.
I do too. I think that a serval is good, and you are correct. Servals are pretty well much in the 4,000 to 7,000 range, but I'm only asking for 4,000 right now, so I'm not considering too much of getting the cat with the money. I am interested in the same way someone could look at a nice Ferrari and pretty well much sit there and think that they could get, or a nice Omega watch. It's pretty well much just dreaming on it, or say pretty well much, we'll call it dreaming and say having a spiritual dream of sorts, or dreaming at night if you can, sit in your bed and even damn dream.
You sound like Martin Luther King.
Okay, that's an interesting.
Well, talking about dreams and metaphors.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Mushroomers, and thank you for understanding. Now, what Davey was talking about is correct. I will be now opening up a little around, if you will, a primaries on figuring out who the next moderator of the forum will be. Now, I'm going to let anyone who is an active user of the Discord, who is participating in the Discord, be allowed to come up and give a 1-minute speech, keep it at 1 minute, about why you should be the next leader of the Voles, or a future leader of the Voles Forum. Davey, what you think about that?
Sure.
All right, we're going to start with Roy. And Roy, I want you to let me know when you're ready to start, and I'm going to give you your timer, okay?
I just want to make sure you can hear me at this moment.
I can hear you.
So I figured my main competition was Mushroomers, so I did prepare a speech.
Okay.
But first, let me preface by, I love everyone in this forum. I feel like I would be great. I love everyone, and that's just all that matters. That being said, let me say my speech about why Mushroomers would be a bad moderator. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Okay. Mushroomers, you have been a valuable ally and brother in our long time here on this forum. However, it may be time we part ways. We have been through a lot together, including, but not limited to, Hard Leon, Gordon's Animals, Cooper's authoritarian wrath, ball bearings, Bun dying not once, but twice. Pronghorn trying to sell the forum, Latai and his cinchy little lies, the return of the Florida Salt Marsh Bull, drama with Mark, Baby Shrimp Scampi, rest in peace. A very important Vole marriage, this one's for you, Josh. A lot of recreational Benadryl, love you, Mr. J. Gills. Slurping scump, being gaseously poisoned by a penny, and setting a world record for most Vole shirts in one living room. Also need to mention Jack Tripper, even though we don't know a goddamn thing about Orlando. That being said, our time has come, and I'm ready to expose you for who you are. A liar and a fraud. You act like you care about Voles, but when I went on an expedition to find the Florida Salt Marsh Bowl, you were nowhere to be found. I didn't end up finding one, but it hurt to know you could have been there, and you weren't. I do not think you're fit to be a mod here. Hell, I'd like you to name one ally you have. Politics. Either get real with the forum or stop mucking around. I'm serious. I've devoted my entire life to Voles, and if anyone is doubting that, I've got a few words for you. Don't do it. Thank you.
All right, Roy. That was good. Now, Davey and I are going to give a few notes, and Davey as moderator is going to help me here. The very first thing I have to say is, Davey, I'm sure you agree. When you say that loving everyone is all that's needed, it's really not. You gotta hate some members of the forum, and especially when along the lines of Toad, someone like that.
I hate the teenagers.
Okay, you hate the teenagers. That's right. You got to be able to be angry at it. You got to because you got to ban people. You got to be able to kick their A words off of the forum. And the other note I had is, man, Mushroomer seems like a terrible, terrible candidate after hearing that. That's all I have to say.
I think you made a good point about the expedition.
Yeah, I personally went to the Big Bend of Florida to go find Florida Salt Marsh Voles, and Mushroomers was nowhere to be found. Even Orbcat, I don't know if you guys remember Orbcat, but Orbcat was down, and we almost went together. I did it on my own.
Orbcat didn't go either?
No, but Orbcat was more down than Mushroomers was.
So Orbcat, if you're...
Oh, I got to piss.
Wherever you are. Orbcat, if you're listening in, sounds like you're not fit to be a mod given Roy's speech.
I wouldn't. I personally, between you and me, I wouldn't consider Orbcat. All right, that was Roy's speech. Next up, I'm gonna bring whoever wants to talk. Pebbles, did you maybe want to say a few words about potentially becoming a internet moderator?
Would love to. Thank you for giving me the floor. I didn't write a speech. I just thought it'd be better coming from the heart. But personally, I just feel like I would be the best suited for a moderator for many reasons. Just want to bring up one part that Roy said. He said that he loves everyone. Personally, I just don't think we need that type of person to be moderating, because then they're going to be a little biased when it comes to banning or getting rid of anyone in the chat. Number 2, I'm your niece, and I feel like that in itself is just a good enough reason. And 3, how much do you get paid to be a moderator? That's it. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't like that one.
No, I thought that was good. I was gonna start clapping for it. You can't, and please don't pick bias, Davey. About
That's literally what the point is, to be biased.
What could you have not liked about it? And put aside the whole crap about whatever she said, any of the bad stuff she said. When you listen to all of
Put aside any of the bad stuff she said?
Yeah, just focus on the good things.
Okay. Good things.
Come on. It's not that hard.
Oh, it's... you know what, you know what, Pebbles? It just wasn't really for me. How's that?
That's okay. Your opinion didn't really matter to me anyways.
What didn't you like? What didn't you like? And I'll tell you what's wrong with it.
I didn't like that in Pebbles' speech justifying why she should be a moderator, she asked how much money she'd make immediately for a role that is almost always unpaid.
It's gonna be paid. I already told you, you and Goblin will be getting $1,000 each for staying on board.
I didn't ask for money. I think it's the wrong. You look at a good, strapping young man like Roy, right? He comes in here and his top concern is what's best for the Voles Forum. His attitude is do what's best, you know?
That's a weakness. That is a
Also,
weakness.
There was nothing whatsoever about Voles in the speech, and it is a lifestyle forum, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's interesting that Roy went on an expedition, and it just sounds to me like
So you think Roy should be a moderator?
Over Pebbles, definitely.
Okay, you didn't have to put that much emphasis on definitely, but I hear you.
Okay, over Pebbles, definitely.
I could use a little word.
Okay, well then in that case we're gonna have a tiebreaker in the end, and Pronghorn's not here to break it. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna vote. I pretty well much vote Pebbles number one. I think pretty well much every time.
Okay.
But we'll give Josh a chance to speak. Just to let everyone know, I will be voting for Pebbles, and Davey seems to not really like Pebbles, so maybe it'll cancel itself out. We'll say that, but I don't think it's fair to say you're thinking Pebbles is in the last, because then there's no chance he's going to take it, and I think that's unfair.
Okay. What should I say if I don't like a candidate's speech?
Tell them what you don't like about them. Just say whatever you thought was wrong in their speech.
Well, I did that, and then you didn't like that.
Well, because Davey, sometimes I feel like you're attacking Pebbles. You're picking on her.
Maybe I am picking on her, but I think it's only been with good reason. I don't think I've made any unwarranted attack on Pebbles.
Okay, well, I don't think you have, but now Josh is gone, and he can't give his speech.
Okay, so Josh is out. He's out of the race. What
That's
about
right.
Mushroomers?
Mushroomers must want to give a speech, I'm sure. So let's give Mushroomers a chance to speak. Maybe Banjo wants to run? Banjo, okay, we'll get Banjo, Mushroomers, we'll get Josh up here. All right, so we're gonna hear Banjo's speech next on why Banjo believes he should be a moderator of the Voles Forum. You go ahead, Banjo. You have 1 minute to do so, and I'm gonna take a leak during this one. So.
Well, I think I should be a moderator of the Voles Forum because I believe in the people of the Voles Forum. I believe that we can get more people to join it, and we can do stuff like that. And I also, if I become a moderator of the Voles Forum, I will ban whoever I don't like on the forum, so they won't be there anymore. So they don't need to be there. It'll just be the people I like.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot better for me, and therefore for everyone.
That was a good speech.
Thank you.
You sounded real professional, Banjo.
Thank you. I tried my best.
Well, I got only good things to say about that one. What do you think, Davey?
I like that he is extremely biased. I like that it seems like he will, it's got a Vole focus, but he is going to use the power bestowed upon him, not necessarily for the forces of good or evil, but just at his own whims. And to me, that is very much in the spirit of the moderating style of r/Voles.
And that's something that I really did hope to foster and grow as a community. It's just really just doing what you feel is right in your own interest.
Yeah. That's really, I think, what Voles are all about. That's the lifestyle we promote.
All right, Banjo, let's get next, what's his name up here? Who's up next? You give their speech on why they believe they could be the next moderator of the Voles Internet Forum. We'll give Josh a second chance here.
Yeah, I just switched my laptop, sorry. So does my speech have to be for myself?
Yes.
Well, then I can't give a speech.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I think the answer for moderator is obvious. I mean, one of us here has, spent the most money on the forum, aside from Bun, of course. Been here for a really long time. I mean, like a legend kind of on the forum. A lot of people will hear about the Voles forum and come on asking like for this person, and that person happens to be Roy, and I just think I don't know. I think he deserves it.
Okay. That's a pretty good argument. But remember, it's not a popularity contest.
Being a moderator of the Voles Forum is not just
You got to state your name.
My name is Mushroomers.
And what are you doing, Mushroomers?
You know what? I'm putting my 2 cents out there for the Voles Forum moderation team. Everybody's got their little friendships on the forum. We got Pebbles and her little sister Dixon. We got Roy and his beautiful husband Joshua. We got Latai, who shows up every once in a while. And I think that's all nice, but the moderator, you can't be involved like that. You can't get that close to these people, or they will tear you down and destroy you.
I think that's a good point.
That's a great point.
Throw out there that like as a moderator, you really are better than everyone else. That's a fair point to bring up.
I think that's a good
moderator.
That's a great point for Banjo. I think.
Let's continue to hear Mushroomers' speech because it sounds like he wasn't done.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with all of us here. I count 10 people in this Discord call right now. 10 damn people on a forum of 42,000 members. I think it's kind of sad. I think we could be doing a lot more to get more members on the forum. Remember we used to have 20 or 30 people in these calls sometimes. I think we need to we need to repopulate Reddit forum with more Voles.
Yeah, and I think, and one thing is too, is that when we sell the Reddit, the media company's going to take care of getting a lot of the new members. So whoever takes over will have a whole lot of new members to start spending little tricks on and whatnot, buy little trick-or-treat candies and whatnot, or we'll might do some sort of Halloween for.
And lastly, I'm going to keep the jam trolls off the forum. Number 1 rule, no trolls from 195, no trolls from Sherman posting, infamous hackers and cheaters on the Reddit forum. We're going to have no 196 users, no mole users, nothing. We're going to keep this back to what it should be about, and that's Voles.
Okay. All right, that's good. What did you have to think about that one, Davey?
I thought the speech was good. I have one thing that I'm not so thrilled if Mushroomers would become president, because he would just give me lots of work, because he already does that, and I feel like it would only get worse.
So no Mushroomers?
Well, I mean, it was a good speech, but I don't know if I have, I'm a busy guy, I guess I'm saying, if that kind of makes sense.
So who is your number 1 pick, then?
I don't know. I like them all. They were all good. Maybe we just go with whatever your decision is.
No, my decision's Pebbles.
Okay, well, that's...
And I don't think it's an issue. I think the reason I say Pebbles is the best is all the other users really care about the forum, but you need someone there who's not going to be upset to see it get sold off.
we need to give power to someone who doesn't care about the forum.
I do think so, and you pretty well much give this because you're making a business deal with other people, or you say you're starting to make some sort of hoot and holler. When you're hollering in general, and you're going down the damn road, Davey. You're going down a long farmland stretch road.
Can I cut you off? Where is this going?
I'm going somewhere with it. Can you just let me go somewhere with it?
Okay, continue, yeah.
And you can talk me through it, okay?
You want me to talk you through your analogy?
Yes, if that's okay with you, because I do believe I'm onto something here.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
You go down this long country road, and you see on the right side there's a ditch with a little bit of water in it, and on the left side you see big hedge bushes, pretty well much stretching for miles on end. Right side you see some sort of rhubarb growing in a dense soil package, and then far out in the distance you see the tree line, a little bit sloped of some sort of sloped hill that goes slightly upward. And now you say you're on a different field. Let's say you're in a new field. This one's a damn wheat field. It's all empty out all across the horizon, and you dip a little. You see on the horizon line, you dip down. You see that wheat fall across the damn sky. Say off the horizon line, you walk down, however long that takes you to get down to that other side, you're going to see a barn. You're going to see a farm. You're going to see pretty well much irrigation systems. You're going to see all kinds of crops growing. The next time you think about those two, you think about comparing the two different values, is you can understand where I'm saying is that I run the Voles Forum on one of them, and the other one's a whole new world.
Okay. Which one are we?
Right now, we're whichever one you want to be. Do you want to be the one with the rhubarb, or do you want to be the one with the wheat? It doesn't matter. Just know that once the thing gets sold off, the identity changes just a little bit. And if
I want to be the one with the wheat, I think.
Okay, so Davey's going to be in the one with the wheat. Now, Davey's going to take the wheat over to the other side. And now, all of a sudden, you still got your wheat. You just have some little bit of rhubarb to deal with, too. It's a whole new world. And let me ask you something. I want to know which moderator can keep the wheat growing the strongest and keeping the wheat alive as the farm changes to another property. As you pick up the farm and you move it to another property.
Can you pick up a farm and move it to another property?
You could pretty well much take your business anywhere you want in the country, Davey. You can take it.
Okay, so now this is more of a business now. Like it's like maybe it's like a store or.
It's a store, and don't folks. The Voles Forum has always been a business. It's a place where we have welcomed in customers. You pretty well much are all the employees, and I'm the owner of the business. For all I know, that's nothing to be. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I like Roy and Mushroomers and Banjo better than. I liked what they had to say more than Pebbles.
That's okay, Davey. That's okay. Now we're not gonna decide the moderator tonight, I don't think. We're gonna give all these users a little bit of time to campaign. To prove on the Reddit that they are worth running off the subreddit by getting some user engagement, getting some new followers, really building up the dang place. And then when we get back together for the next town hall, then we'll see where we're at. And if you and I can sit here and say with the rest of the council, that is Goblin Leg and Pronghorn Enthusiast, we'll sit here and we'll say who the next moderator is going to be. But two moderators can't decide right off the bat. I can tell you that much.
Okay. Does Pronghorn get a vote?
Yeah, Pronghorn's a moderator.
Okay, to the candidates, that guy is corrupt as hell, so...
No, he's not corrupt. He just likes to joke around.
Okay, then just as like a piece of funny, silly advice, just joking here, but if you want to go after him, he's definitely, there's going to be a high price. He's going to be looking for the highest bidder, from what I know about him. So.
And that's fine. Maybe that's someone I want to be running on the forum.
Okay.
Now, is there anything else, Davey, that you wanted to talk about? Or should we start going into open?
I did want to talk about the serval thing, but it sounds like maybe that's not a good item. So.
Well, how about let's stop? We can stop with Twitch and we'll just talk about it.
Okay.
Because I would love to talk about the dang serval.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we see eye to eye on that whole thing, but yeah.
What's the problem with the serval?
It just seems like there are immediate needs that you have that money could be going towards before a serval.
I'm getting an apartment, Davey. I'm gonna be moving in to a place here soon. Yeah, February 1st. I'm gonna be in about a 800 square foot apartment.
Okay, that's great news.
That's right. I'm gonna get a roommate who's pretty well much gonna move in with me, and we'll split the place, and we'll split the dog and the cat, and hopefully split a serval too.
Okay. Well, I don't really have too much to add.
I think you'd really like it personally. I think it's a good cat. I think it's a nice looking animal. It's real beautiful. Some would say it's a luxury cat. I personally think it's an exotic cat.
What's the difference?
Exotic is more or less coming from exotic places, whereas luxury is more of a statement of wealth.
Well, $4,000 for a cat is kind of a statement of wealth, wouldn't you say?
I'd say, well, first of all, I'm going for more to the 5,000, 6,000 range, at least. Just to ensure the animal is a quality product, or say the fur is nice on it, and making sure it doesn't have any excess markings, or is it pretty well much a runt of the litter, we'll say. 4,000 is a bare minimum for a serval kitten. But you can't, I wouldn't trust getting something any cheaper than that. Of course, then that's when you start dipping into Savannah kittens. And Savannahs are more or less house cats. Serval is more or less like having a wild animal in the house with you.
Savannah sounds exotic. Serval, this is starting to sound luxury.
Savannah, no, it's the other way around. Serval is pretty well much a regular domesticated house cat, whereas a serval is a wild animal who stalks in the savannah and pretty well much lives, we'll say, like a smaller cheetah of sorts.
Okay.
You can look up serval eats rotisserie chicken on YouTube, find some videos such as that. It looks pretty decently cute, I'd say. Pretty decently cute animal at that, or pretty, we'll say even it is a pretty decent looking cat.
Are they good for hunting?
Yeah, they'd be great at hunting. I could send him out. I already said to the serval Reddit, I told him that I was going to let him pretty well much. So about 2-3 years from now, Davey, I'm getting the property back in Tonopah. I got about a lawsuit's got to go through in about a year. And then when the court date is ordered and set, I'll be able to move in about 2-3 years back into my old house in Tonopah.
Wait, you're saying that is that like a guaranteed thing, or does that depend on the outcome of the court case?
Based on the lawyer I'm talking to, it's a pretty decent thing. I think it's pretty well much going to go through, at least, of course, what he was sounding like.
Yeah, I wouldn't completely take that for granted, but yeah.
No, I'm not taking it for granted. I'm excited for it. I think it's about time I get past, but I'll have enough property there that when I do get that serval, I'll be able to let him run free, and there's about half a mile in each direction, cut off by a barbed wire fence. That's pretty well much like having the biggest backyard an animal could possibly have. Plus the mining equipment and the mine that it could play around in.
All right. I mean, it sounds like an interesting place for a really expensive cat. I'd just be worried it would run away on you.
I don't think he'll run away. I think I'm a pretty good animal trainer, at least. I got all my animals love me and pretty well much even sleep with me at this point. I don't think I've ever had an animal who didn't love me. Aside from Wilbon, pretty well much Wilbon was one of the last animals I had, the last one I had to give up before Geronimo, and he didn't like me too much. I never really got close of a personal bond with him. He'd pretty well much just hide under the damn floorboards and whatnot in the trailer. Could hardly ever find him either.
I want to extend a quick hello to the Twitch chat. I'm seeing we got Vole Enthusiast in there. Rach was in there. Wee Wee Drinker and Cedar Punch and Araby.
Araby's in there. Cider Punch is in there. I see. Bun is drinking a Wee Wee. I never drank Wee Wee. But I've gotten golden showers before.
That no one said Bun is drinking wee wee. Never mind.
Well, anyways, that's where I'm at. I am getting that serval, whether the forum sells or not. I'm sure I'll have enough money soon enough. It's only about $4,000. At the lowest value, which I wouldn't purchase one for $4,000 just so we're being steady. But once I get up into that 5,000, 6,000 range, it will become my next pet. They get real big too. You can hold them, and it feels like holding a little kid.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
I also went through a La Quinta, was testing out their TVs this weekend.
You should focus on the income side of this more. You got a job?
I got a job.
What?
I got a job.
Okay, that's good. So we've got a job. You want to sell the forum. If everything goes well, you'll get a serval. You were talking about doing serval YouTube videos, and that's another source of income, or is this too speculative?
No, so the number one source of income I got, I'm working mall security. That's a real job.
I would not want to shoplift at that mall.
No, you don't want to shoplift at the mall. And one of the first things I told my supervisors, I said, look, I know that you're going to get people in here who aren't prepared to stop a shoplifter. You'll get users in here who are out of peak physical condition, just looking to earn a couple bucks. I'm looking personally to protect the mall and to protect the property of each store in the mall. I'd say I take more or less medieval knights as an honor back in the day of being able to protect a place, say either like some sort of medieval knight, we'll say he's the guy who carried around and protected the royal damn family. That's how I treat working at the mall. And I will not hesitate either. Number one, I have submitted, and the mall itself did say that if the sword exceeds 7 inches, or the dagger is how it's worded, but you could get a tanto, which is about 6 inches long, that I'm considering coming to work with just to be able to have an extra piece of intimidation. Because you can't carry a firearm, but I could carry a tanto into the mall, and that's what I'm thinking about doing next. Is pretty much heading out to his vendor in the mall that sells them, picking one up, strapping it on, and then you can guess that not a single person in that mall will ever cross my path.
Sounds like you're holding it down, man.
I'm holding it down. I'm more than holding it down. I haven't even seen one shoplifter there.
You're like the king of that place.
I'm the king. You know how I'm the king of it? I'm the king of it because you know what I did a couple of days ago?
What did you do?
I drove my car through the front door of it. Not in front of the mall, but into the damn side door of the mall. Didn't go through the glass. It just pretty much went through the brick and some of the front metal linings of the door, pushing the door into the damn the exit hallway.
Okay, did this damage your car?
It's damaged the car. It pretty well much broke the entire freaking heater out of it.
Don't you need to repair that?
You'll never guess this. The engine actually came through the damn radio speaker in the front of the car. I was sitting there, because I wasn't even looking. I was I was playing little games on my phone, and this is more or less, I'd say, an issue of not so much the car, but of the manufacturer and the last person that I let operate my car, which was a gentleman that I met at a restaurant a couple days prior. And the gear shifter had been dislodged just a bit in terms of the metal linings that go underneath the gear shifter itself. It had wiggled and jiggled out into outside of its neutral state, and I had hit the gas trying to pretty well much rev my engine while I was more or less, say, hitting a cigarette, just pretty well much smoking a cigarette, about to rev the engine. And I start flying, just going pretty well much 25 miles an hour within a couple seconds, and went right through that wall. And of course, the front junction, since it's what's more or less, we'll call it more or less a rental car, pretty well much brunched through the engine, and the engine came through the front side of the radio.
Wait, this was a rental car?
It was a car I was renting off of someone for $50 a month.
What kind of car is this?
It was a Ford Pinto.
It was a Ford Pinto.
That's right. Yep.
What's the 0 to 60 on a Ford Pinto? Like, you probably had to be accelerating for like several seconds.
I was accelerating. All I could see, Davey, was just a damn whir.
You're saying, so you're sitting in a parking lot. Your car's in neutral.
I was hitting a bong or hitting the cigarette.
You're hitting a cigarette. You're playing a game on your phone. You are also
not a game, not so much a game, just more or less Scrabble or say damn crosswords.
Okay, not a game, but you're doing Scrabble or crosswords, some word puzzle.
It was a word puzzle. It pissed me off. I threw the damn thing down and grabbed my wheel and went, ah! I just screamed and just pissed off, and I slammed down on the damn accelerator, and within hardly even 15 seconds, I was already coming to, and I woke up, saw damn angels standing in front of me, pretty well much the mall security maids, or say the damn mall cleaning ladies.
And so you put a hole in the mall?
I didn't put a hole in the mall. I put a hole in the damn security side walkway, or say the damn walkway next to the bathrooms and the vending machines.
Are they gonna make you? Do they know it was you?
It would not have hurt anyone.
But do they know it was you?
They know it was me from the car.
Okay, so the car is damaged. The mall. When did this happen?
Just a couple of days ago.
Just a couple of days ago? Have you had a shift?
No, I got out of that car and I went home. I called up my buddy and I said, "You come back and pick me up." And he picked me up. I haven't gone in since. I'm waiting on them.
Did you just leave the car there?
I had to leave it. I had no other choice. What was I going to do? Say it was me? I think I'll come back in a couple of days and pretty well much tell them that I didn't even have anything to do with it.
That's probably, I guess.
I already know I'm going to blame it on damn Pronghorn or someone.
Okay, well, what about the car owner? How are you going to deal with that?
I would say the same thing. I'm going to say I was letting someone drive it, and they pretty well much crashed it through the wall. Not my fault. Someone else's fault.
The car owner, do you know this person? Are they like a big, scary person or something? Or
They're about Albanian sort of guy, I'd say.
Yeah, are they like, you don't have to say anything specific, but this sounds like it wasn't an official rental.
Oh, no, it was back deal, Craigslist kind of deal.
Yeah, like, I'd be concerned for you. I'd be avoiding that guy.
No, it wasn't so bad. It's more or less you come over, I give you $50, I give you $50, you give me your Ford Pinto. I'll drive it around for a little bit. If I like it for the month, I'll come back and I'll give you another $50. He comes through, he looks, he makes sure he checks out the car, makes sure it's okay and all that. And then I take it for another month for the $50. I've been going on it for about 3 months now.
Does this guy own any weapons, any guns, or anything like that?
I don't know. I don't know him hardly out of just general conversation. I spoke maybe 2-3 words to the guy. I said, "I want it," and that's pretty well much all. And then I handed him $50. We didn't even talk. He just pretty well much walked around his car. He got his video of the car. I handed him the $50. We shook hands, and that was it.
But you're telling me that this guy, you barely talked to him. He did a under the table rental of his car to you over Craigslist. I mean, like your name isn't on that car. Is there any paperwork tying you to that car?
Nope. Nothing but this
Nothing?
Discord call.
So the main concern you have then is probably this guy, like, coming for you. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you talk a lot about people on the internet who are threatening, but I mean, Bun, like, you broke this guy's car.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I think I'm pretty much going to have to pick up a Tanto any day now.
Yeah. All right. Well, just be safe, man. Like, I don't know. I'd be worried, like, especially if you are gonna, you know. I don't know what your plan is with this guy, but be safe.
My plan is to tell him that he can't. I didn't even do it. I'm not too worried about him. I'm just saying I didn't even have crap.
Just gonna say, by the way, your car, the engine went through the radio, but I didn't do it. And
You want to practice?
So you can't really be mad at me.
You want to practice with me?
Yeah, I'll be him.
Okay.
I'm the Albanian guy. Can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Okay.
Just don't say the F word or the S word.
Okay.
Or any of the other words you can't say on Twitch.
Okay, you go ahead. You be you.
Well, this is assuming that he comes to my door.
Okay.
So you come and he knocks on my door.
Okay.
All right,
Hello, Bunyan.
No, well, I say first of all, I open the door just a little bit. I say who is it?
I'll say, you know who it is. Where's my Pinto?
So I got a couple girls here. I don't want to do anything crazy.
You've got girls there?
I got a couple girls in the living room. You do anything to me, they're gonna be able to know, and I know you're not gonna be taking any anger out on two little innocent girls.
So hold on. You're telling me when I ask you where's my Pinto, you're telling me that you have two girls in the living room.
I'm just saying, you don't get any funny business. Yeah, don't get any funny business.
I think there is gonna be some funny business because you took my car. Where the hell is my car?
Some jackass took it from me. He wrecked it. It's not my problem now. It's that guy's problem. You go and you find him.
It's your problem.
It's not my problem. I got the damn thing stolen from me. And how great is that? The security in the car wasn't even good enough to pretty well much keep it.
You're going to pay for that car.
I'm not paying for shit. And you know what I have is I got at this point I would possibly flash him my Tanto from the side pocket. I'd say if you want to deal with me, we could either step outside and we'll handle this like gentlemen, or you could back the fuck off and I'll come after you and I'll come find you in your house and I'll see how you like it. You think you could come up to my apartment door, knock on this, and see you could scare me into some funny guy shit? I'm not afraid. I've fucking stabbed people with stuff before. I've been around the block a few times, and if you want to come and fuck with me, I will be sure to deliver not only to you, but your entire family as well.
Okay. Sorry for pressing you about the Tanto.
That's right. Now go deal with your own. Go deal with your shitty car. It's destroyed. It's nothing to do with me. I don't care about it. You go figure that out, and you never deal another freaking faulty ass car to anyone again. That thing could have got me killed if someone was robbing me inside of it. Especially the safety features as well. That's what
I think you've. This is Davey now.
How was that? Was that pretty good or what?
I think you've got that. Yeah. Just for everyone, there was some swearing there, but that was, you know.
It was more or less. It was acting.
It was acting. It was like a dramatic role. Plus, if you're under 18, you're not even supposed to be here.
That's right. We did ban all under 18-year-olds from ever showing up back to the Voles Reddit. And I'm serious about that too. I don't care if I see another 18-year-old on the Voles Reddit, that's gonna be it. Okay? You will be banned instantly. I don't want any of that bullshit little kids on the Voles Reddit again. And I'm serious about that. The next one I see is getting banned. For good.
Okay, Bun. Well, that covers everything that was on the agenda, and all my questions for you have been answered. I'm glad you're carrying a Tanto.
Not yet. I'm going to go in probably tomorrow to pick it up at the mall. And I'm hoping it's on the...
You don't have it yet.
No, I don't have it. And I got to make sure I hurry up and get it. Because number one, the one I was hoping for is a little limited edition type of one. It has more or less of elk crowing at a moon carved into its handle. A nice maple wood handle. And I'm hoping to go into the store to get it. I'm going to have to go into the back entrance, hopefully to sneak by anyone before being able to get to the store itself. Because I do not want to be seen there. I will pass by.
Is this where you work?
This is where I work, but I'm never going back there now. They could call me back for all I care. I'm stepping away. I quit. I'm retiring. Let's say that.
Okay.
And with a serval, I've read that you probably should be unemployed when raising a serval kitten, as they require lots of attention and pretty well much raising them to the level, or we will say the degree, of being a good operational animal.
All right.
Well, what do you think?
I think everything that needs to be said has been said.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the Voles Town Hall meeting. My name is Bunyan Butler, and you are...
I'm Davey, or I'm not Davey, or whatever.
And we wish you a very good night. Thank you for joining us. I will accept any additional questions on the Reddit post for the Voles Town Hall meeting. If you have something you want to say or something about the forum that you want to answer, please head there, and I will attempt to get back to you as soon as I can, although I cannot guarantee responses. I am very busy. All right. Good night.
Good night.